This is the Washington Times front page for Monday, June 26th, 2023. Thanks for starting your week with us. I'm George Gerbo. Blowback from a powerful mercenary group's insurrection against the Kremlin swirled in Russia on Sunday, laying bare the depths of an internal crisis facing Russian President Vladimir Putin. Although the Wagner Group forces marched toward Moscow on Saturday ended without a full-blown security meltdown, Guy Taylor and Ben Wolfgang report questions have mounted over a deal struck between Putin and the group's leader, Yevgeny Prigozhin. There's still uncertainty over the future role of the paramilitary group, which the Kremlin has used as a backbone of its war in Ukraine. The short-lived but intense mutiny was the most severe challenge to Russia's power structure since the messy aftermath of the Soviet Union's collapse more than 3 decades ago. U.S. officials say the rebellion will likely reverberate in unpredictable ways in the coming weeks. The Supreme Court has upheld a law that makes it illegal to encourage illegal immigration, ruling that it doesn't stifle First Amendment speech. Stephen Dinan reports the 7-2 decision is a victory for enforcement advocates and preserves a key tool that prosecutors use to go after smugglers and other fraudsters. Immigration activists had argued the law was too broad and could be used to snare charities working to ease the plight of immigrants. The court said those kind of worries may be real, but said it's not a reason to strike down the entire law because it also captures some clearly criminal conduct as well. Pro-life advocates have united in pushing Congress to restrict abortion nationally a year after the end of Roe v. Wade, but can't agree on a total ban or 15-week limits. Sean Salai reports some Republicans advocate keeping abortion legal up to 15 weeks of pregnancy with a few restrictions and exceptions. They say most voters support that position and suggest that tighter restrictions could cost them in elections. Others have insisted on a total ban. Even the most modest abortion limit passed by the Republican-controlled House is unlikely to survive the Democratic-controlled Senate, but pro-life activists say how they proceed is essential to the movement's future. The divide comes a year after the Supreme Court overturned the decision that legalized abortion rights nationwide. Valerie Richardson and Seth McLaughlin report it also extends to those running for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination. Former Vice President Mike Pence wants the field of Republican hopefuls to rally behind a 15-week federal abortion ban. Former President Trump has been non-committal about that, saying he also favors exceptions for rape and incest, as well as to save the life of the mother. The Supreme Court ended the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision legalizing abortion nationwide in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization. And finally, an attorney for a Virginia woman facing prison time for lying on her federal gun purchase application said he will cite Hunter Biden's plea deal as a reason to reduce her looming sentence. Defense attorney Eugene Rossi told Arday Boyer his team will surely raise the inconsistency in the government's approach. Rossi represents Deja Taylor, who has pleaded guilty to lying about marijuana use when she applied for a gun purchase. Her 6-year-old son used that gun, a 9mm semi-automatic pistol, to shoot his elementary school teacher on January 6th in Newport News, Virginia. Taylor faces a possible 18 to 24 months in prison for the same felony charge as Hunter Biden. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Washington Times in any major podcast app. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.